if you want to support the show, any of the shows, either this or whichever show, I'm not on right now because this is just a blanket ad for all of them, and the website, you can go to bewareofspoilers.com. In the description for any of the episodes of Beware of Spoilers, there is the option to donate. If you don't want to donate that way, you can donate directly through the website. We do have that, mwpnews.com. And if you don't want to support that way, then going to mwpnews.com will help out because we have ads there. We don't want to keep it, where there's a lot of ads. There's a few ads. But the point is we want to make it so that way, we can sustain this for the long term. If people donate, we're never going to paywall anything, I don't think, as of right now. But if people start donating, we'll start doing cooler and cooler stuff. Like donations are how we get to cover stuff like Tribeca and other, film festivals. And, we may be able to bring on more people to help out. So if you want to help out the show and you want more content from us, by all means, even just going and giving us a 5-star rating on Spotify helps out a lot. But that's it. That's the only ad we'll have on the podcast ever. But here's whatever podcast you're going to be listening to. Good morning, and welcome to Beware of Spoilers. I am Adam. Today we're talking about the most recent episode of My Adventures with Superman. The new show, or the continuation of the anime-inspired adaptation of the myth of Superman on Adult Swim and Max. And I liked this episode a lot. Making up for last episode having no Superman, no Jimmy and Lois. This is entirely a Jimmy and Lois episode. They want to go after Superman, so they have to break into Star Labs to steal a spaceship that's there, and then go and they can go to space and figure out what to do about the situation, namely that Superman has been abducted by Kara. So I think that that's handled pretty well. And what this is essentially an episode designed to get Lois through to acknowledge what it is that she is doing wrong in this relationship. What it is that she is, how she is mishandling her relationship with Clark and why. And that is fundamentally what this entire episode is about. It is her dealing with that while framing it through this heist, where they have to break into Star Labs, they have to steal, the spaceship, and they work with, Livewire and, Livewire and Heatwave, and then people from the other episode from last season with the multiverse, the gorilla, and I think it was Brains was the name of the robot thing. But it's, it's great. I really enjoyed this episode because you get a lot of cool moments, and I think, too, not only that, but it also progresses the Earth-based villain story. And I think one of the things that we do need to address about the Lex storyline is that it appears as if it's somewhat mirroring, Whiplash in in Iron Man 2. And what I mean by that is, he's definitely building these suits as requested by Waller not suits, but drones as requested by Waller to destroy, to be able to fight Superman and protect the Earth from threats, quote unquote. But really what it is they want a weapon system that they can use to, eventually it's we can use it to maintain law and order, in a totalitarian state. And that is interesting. I think, too, though, we're going to get to the point where like I've said before, the best interpretation of Lex is that he is someone who is, you know, a genius. He's the one who's considered to be the man of tomorrow. Like, and, like, this guy, he's the wonderkin who's, you know, who's gonna do great things and save the world and all of that. And he goes, you know, and then Superman comes along, and suddenly Superman is the man of the hour. So it's his own ego and jealousy that's leading him to hate Superman and want to fight him. So I think that's where this is going, is that he's going to create these drones. One of them is going to be able to be operated by him, you know, his exosuit, and then he's going to go and, he's going to go and, you know, fight Superman in this suit. While Superman's also dealing with Brainiac, you know, after Kara returns. And that's going to be... And I think, too, it's like, there's a chance Superman doesn't even deal with Brainiac, because considering these episodes are like a half hour long, I think if you're going to have that happen, the smartest way you can handle this is to have Superman not even be not even be the one who fights Brainiac. Because that's Kara's arc. Superman's the one who fights Lex. And then you got to get to the point where it's like, well, that's just proving Lex's point. So in the end, Lex will still win. And that's an interesting place to put your hero after a season. I think the reunion between, Lois and Clark is going to be really good when that does inevitably come around. But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the show. Considering the episodes are kind of short, I always feel like these episodes are kind of short because I don't have a ton to talk about. But this was a very well done episode. Check it out. You can watch it on Max now or on Adult Swim at midnight, Saturday to Sunday. It's the midnight of the Toonami block. But we'll wrap up there for today. And until our next episode, have a great rest of your week.